I want to start off by saying that every day should be Transit Driver Appreciation Day because you should always be respectful and courteous to the person who is driving you around. I mainly take public transportation and I always try to say hello and thank you to the drivers. I don't always accomplish that goal. Sometimes I only smile or say thank you when I get out from the front door, but it's better than ignoring them or giving them a hard time. With that being said, March 18 is the official date for the National Transit Driver Appreciation Day. We streamed ourselves playing Bus Simulator 18 yesterday, but the stream didn't quite go as planned. We couldn't finish the newly expanded Route 2 for various reasons, so we decided to make a video of ourselves completing the route while talking about the history of the holiday. One of the issues with this route is that there was a construction being done where the bus was spawned if you chose the quick start option. I know some would consider it cheating, but it's so convenient to just start the bus already running. It took me several tries to remember how to start the bus in this game, but it should be easier now. Let me see here. I think at this point we should be able to, if I'm not mistaken, the doors are not locked. Okay. Everything seems to be running, so why isn't it going? Ah, there we go. Parking brake. So, this route starts in Astra Park and originally ended at Main Station, but was extended to end at the Central Bus Station. We do make a stop at Cinq and Lido, but it's a fairly light route overall. The objectives restrictions don't really let us add more stops, but we can add them later on. And that's something that I didn't think I wanted in a bus simulator game, but I really enjoy having now. The whole business management aspect of it. I had played OMSI2 previously, and that game mostly focused on simulating an actual bus and driving experience. There are so many buttons that you can press, it's ridiculous how detailed it is. And instead of copying that, Bus Simulator 18 decided to introduce the business management aspect to the game, which is interesting. I like thinking about route creation, money management, driver and bus management, ad revenue, and so forth. It honestly feels like I'm managing my own public transportation agency, which is more fun than I expected. Back to the holiday. Transit Driver Appreciation Day began with the efforts of Hans Gerwitz, who published a blog requesting a Bus Driver Appreciation Day in 2009. This is the construction place that I was talking about. It would spawn you right there, and it was just like 580 something euros right down the drain right there, just from spawning there.
I need several
Hello?
tickets, please.
Of course, sir. Weak student. I don't know why they want
Thank
three
you.
tickets. That never made sense to me, but oh, I gave him too much change. Damn it.
Of course.
Oh well.
Here you go.
Here's the ticket.
I like
Of
to look
course.
for tickets
Here
every
you
so
go.
often just because I know that if you go to the main menu, it shows you who are the fare dodgers, but it doesn't always quite catch them. Anyway, sorry. So, Hans Gerwitz was in Seattle, and he was impressed by the friendliness of the bus drivers who helped him get to and from work. And the date chosen was March 18 to commemorate the first bus line, the Carrousses à Cinq Sous. Sorry, my French is not the best. And that line was established in 1662 Paris. Interestingly enough, Blaise Pascal, the physicist, philosopher, and mathematician, developed the first modern form of public transport in the world. The line consisted of the normal horse carriage method of transport, but it had of course, sir, but it had a consistent route, fixed
Thanks.
schedules,
I
and
need a
fares that
ticket.
varied based on distance. Of course, ma'am. Senior, yes.
I need to purchase several.
I like it when they give exact change. I never understood why. Again, why do they get more than one ticket? Who are they buying that ticket for? And we're gonna go in there again just to check
Here.
tickets.
I
I press
already
the
showed her.
I look at the rear view mirror so that I can keep track of I thought I saw trash there. Just so that I can keep track of who was already there and who are the new passengers, just so that I don't ask the same people over and over again, right? You don't want to be asking the same people over and over again for their tickets, because as you heard, they get pretty irritated by that. It's my job. What do you expect? honestly. I don't know why they get so mad about it.
Are the cabin
Um,
lights off?
oh, I see. So when I was recording myself playing this game, I
Look at all the
did
garbage
not
all over
have
the
the
roadside. Why
I
can't
did
people
not have the
manage their own
audio
trash?
for it, so I just heard them right now, but I didn't hear them telling me that the cabin lights were off. Usually I like driving with the driver lights and the ticket light off, so so it's no biggie for me. But I forget that for some
So I
reason they
feel
want
like
the
we
lights
did
on,
today.
even when it's daytime. It just doesn't make any sense to me. But whatever. Anyways, so the holiday was
Are
celebrated
there
in
no
certain
cabin
areas.
lights?
Yeah, you're gonna hear that quite a while because I honestly did not. Yeah. So the holiday was celebrated in certain areas but wasn't recognized by the Amalgamated Transit Union until 2014. They released an official statement and began to observe the holiday thereafter, but not without changing the name to Transit Driver Day to include everyone else in the industry. For those of you who don't know, the Amalgamated Transit Union was, I believe, the descendant of the first official union for transit drivers. Ah, my first wheelchair.
Help getting in.
You don't get them often,
One ticket, please.
which is surprising. Which is why sometimes I forget how
Just
to
one
take
more
out the
work day
wheelchair
and
ramp
I'm
and
off.
stuff. But anyways, a website called busdriverday.org was created, but then it was changed to transitdriverday.org,
Thank you.
and a Facebook page was also created. Of course, ma'am. Before then, to showcase the different drivers from different areas. If you go and check it out, it's not that bad. I
Here's
mean,
the
it's pretty
ticket.
simple. I mean, what else can you
Here you go.
expect? Just taking pictures of transit drivers in their jobs, smiling, kind of something you don't see every day. um, but I don't know if I would want to. Oh no, I'm skipping ahead there. Since the Amalgamated Transit Union has picked up the holiday, it doesn't seem to really have gained a lot of traction and publicity, at least here in the United States. I didn't even know about the holiday until the day of. Then again, I didn't really get into social media until I started streaming, so it's not really that surprising. I guess it's just one of those things that you don't really think about nowadays. There is a holiday for everything, so it shouldn't be surprising, but it kind of really was. I don't know if I would want to be a bus driver myself. I would like to get into the industry, perhaps as a dispatcher, route advisor, marketing, or something of the sort, but I don't know if I actually want to be a driver. I mean, I play different simulation games like OMSI 2, Bus Simulator 18, Firm Bus Coach Simulator, even Mini Metro, and I see how stressful of a job it can be. Driving in itself can be stressful, without adding the fact that you have other people's lives in your hands. People are paying you and trusting you will get them from point A to point B safely and efficiently. And again, I recorded this without audio. I think halfway through, that's when I turned on the audio. So I actually didn't hear the wheelchair guy who wanted the ramp
Thanks.
at this stop, Sigwald and Lido. And to be honest, I didn't pull it out for him until
Here.
way
Yo,
later.
sorry, must have lost it somewhere.
Oh, it's always the best to find the fare dodgers, especially when
Of
they're the
course,
ones who
here you
don't talk
go.
to you. But so yeah, the wheelchair guy, he's gonna be with us for some time. But usually it gives you a little text when it says that they want a ramp. For some reason I didn't get that,
Hey there. Long time
which
no
I think is
see.
kind of weird. But I should have. This is why you should why you should play this game with audio. You miss out on things like that. See, it didn't tell me that he wanted a ramp, and usually it
Yeah,
does.
right.
It's kind of
The
weird,
time
but
with the,
so he's gonna be with us for quite a while, and I do feel bad that I did take him with me for quite the trip. But back to the story. Um, like I said, I play a lot of simulator games.
Are
OMSI
there no
2,
cabin
but
lights?
simulator. I think that's when I heard it. Yep, that's when I turned on the audio, and that's why I just turned on the lights. Oh, I feel so bad. Oh well. Firm Bus Coach Simulator, even Mini Metro. And I see how stressful of a job it can be. Driving in itself can be stressful without adding the fact that you have other people's lives in your hands. People are paying you and trusting that you will get them from point A to point B safely and efficiently. I know that I like to roleplay these games and that I try to take them as seriously as I can, but I always have it in the back of my mind that it's just a game at the end of the day. I mean, just example right now where I started recording myself playing this route without any audio until like halfway through the route, and guess what happened? I missed out on some things, like the cabin lights not being on, the wheelchair guy wanting to stop. Like I can do that because I know that it's a game. And that's not the
May
same as,
I have a ticket, please?
of course, ma'am. And that's not the same as actually driving, you know? These, I know that these aren't real people, and I know that this
It's
isn't real
way too
life.
hot
I
outside.
can make mistakes and not have them
Here's the ticket.
impact anyone's
the
life.
ticket.
Like, for example, the wheelchair guy. I know that
How
he,
often do you use the
in that
ticket?
there isn't a real life
Of course.
person out
I
there
already showed you
who will have to basically wheel himself all the way to wherever it is that he was going, right? Like, I don't feel as bad. I still do feel bad just because, like I said, I try to take these games a little as seriously as I can, but at the same time, I know that it's not real. So I don't feel as bad. Um, Another thing is take our March 18th stream of Bus Simulator 18. We tried completing this exact route 3 times and failed each time. The first time because it spawned us at a construction site, so we took damage. The second time we rear-ended a truck because we were trying to drive with one foot. I mean, as a side note, I know most people drive with one foot, but I drive with both feet. I drove with one, and look what happened. It just doesn't make sense for me not to use both feet. I have two. Why don't I just use them? That's just as a side note. The third time we supposedly hit a structure at the central bus station, even though we were nowhere near it. So, hitboxes are kind of weird in this game for some reason. In any case, in each incident, there weren't any real life consequences. We didn't actually damage our bus, so we didn't have to pay mechanics to fix them or pay the city to repair the structures. We didn't have to pay the truck we hit, who probably would have had personal injuries such as neck or back pain on top of the property damage, which probably would have costed a lot to the transit agency. But even with all of this in mind, I still find myself stressing out about the situations because I try to take the simulator seriously, even though it's a game. I mean, at the end of the day, I have come to greatly appreciate what these drivers do just about every day because of these games. Even though it's all fun and games for us, it's not necessarily for them. And that's something that's worth noting. You see, this guy's
One
still
ticket,
there.
please.
Oh, of course, sir. Like, in
Thanks.
this game, if you're like a
I need
minute
the
late,
ticket.
2 minute late, they're constantly complaining, and it's extremely difficult to get back on track.
Thank you.
And they
Of
tell
course.
you, they're
Of course.
constantly at your feet,
Here's the
on your
ticket.
tail, telling
And here's
you,
a picture.
hey, why are you late? Why are you late? And it's frustrating, it gets to you. But in any case, I hope that moving forward, these games gain more recognition for what they actually do. They help the general public understand what these jobs entail and their difficulty. I hope you enjoyed the video and chat, and make sure to always greet and thank your transit driver. We're not done with the route, as you can tell. This was probably our penultimate stop. Yeah, you see, we're going all the way to Central Bus Station, and we're a few minutes early. But that is the end of the discussion that I had,
Thank God
so
I
I
managed
hope
to catch
you
the bus.
enjoy the rest of the video. I
Wait,
probably will
Is this even the right bus?
speed it up after we get to the Central Bus Station. But just enjoy the dialogue. It gets a bit weird and a bit out there, but still a fun game. Hopefully you enjoy it.
it again? Gruyar? Gruyere?
Next stop,
Grunder.
Central Bus Station.
Oh, right. It was Gruyere.
Right on time.
I haven't seen Stefan in a while.